So I'm just going to open the last project that we worked on, which is the VB Access project. And let me go ahead and make the data resources panel here show up so that we can see all the fields. And what I'm going to do now is in our form, I'm just going to add another field here. So let's go ahead and insert a text box control. Sorry, text box control. And let's call this one txt date released. And let's go ahead and add a label opposite that. Let's just put date released. Okay.
Are we making another one?
No, we're just continuing with the other one.
Okay.
Yeah, so I uploaded that on Istio, so you can use that if you don't have your copy there. I'm pretty sure I uploaded it on Istio.
Okay. There was another upload early this afternoon. The homework?
Yeah, that's a homework. Yeah, that's just a homework. Yeah. So date released. So that's all I added there. TXT. So let's go in and go again to the Add to Database button. Okay, where's that's right here. So what we're gonna do now is rating, comma, date released, comma, what's the last one that we have there? It said status.
Yeah, it's checked in and out.
Okay, so it's status, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did I call it status?
Yes.
Okay, so comma status. So we're going to add those two to complete the all the fields. And here, let's go ahead and grab the let's assign the date released value to the X date released as string. Even though I know it's date, but let's declare that as string on the Visual Basic side, because it's gonna be string when we put it on that date field in the database. txt date released dot text. So now that we have that, so we're going to copy this right here. Okay, copy, space, paste. And this is going to be X date released. And one more thing. Paste again. This one now is in. It's an. I'm sorry about that.
It was called VB Access, correct?
VB underscore access. Yeah. In. Because every time you add a new video to your library, the status of that is going to be in, so we don't have to grab any value for it. Make sense? So actually, let me you do this. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it back. I think I'm trying to make it. Trying to confuse myself. Right. So there it is. It's a long text. So let's run it. So let's try to avatar. Genre is animation. No, it's not animation, right?
Sci-fi.
Yeah, there's no sci-fi. Let's just animation for now. A rating is G. Date released. When was this released?
Is it 07, 09, 08?
Avatar?
I don't know. Is it like 2010?
Probably 2010. Yeah. Okay. So let's do 6/1/2010. Add to database. OLEDB error. Why is that? Is it really status?
I thought it was.
Date released. Yeah.
David, you know how the ID is assigned automatically?
Which one?
The ID. The ID. Like if you were to hit animation right now, it would show, or all of them, it would show that Avatar is 12 or 13.
Oh, the record ID?
Record ID.
Yeah, that's automatically auto number on the database side.
So how would the system know not to add it twice?
It doesn't.
Okay. Would it be better if we need to assign them IDs ourselves?
No. The reason why it's not is because you can have two movies with the same title.
But they would have to have two different IDs so that you know that it's separate. We're not a double.
Yeah, well, you can assign like an internal ID or some type of code for a movie. But again, what you can do is if you're adding a movie and the only way you know that how will you know if you're adding a movie that is you already entered in the database? I mean, what are the things that you check? The title, like if you already added a movie that already in the database, the title, right? You select the title, and then you check if the title is the same. Then you say, okay, there's already a title with this on the database. Do you want to add this? Because again, it's possible to have a movie with the same existing title. Now you can assign a code, but that means you have to have a standard code. Does that make sense? Like it has to be a standard thing. And again, and the code will be based on something. It will be based on title. It can be based on the date. So it's still going to be tough to know. Other than the best thing to do in that case, Raphael, is if you're adding a record, you can check the database first if it exists. And then if it exists, then have a pop-up menu saying that there's already a title in your library, Avatar. Director of movies this, and then was published on this year. And you'll say, oh no, this Avatar is actually a 2001. So then you can add, even though they have the same title. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But in this case here, it's not adding for me, so it's giving me an error. So more than likely the error is this one, the date released.
Is it the format that it was entered?
Yeah.
One too many ands.
But as far as like how we enter that date and then how the date's in the database, like the format.
Yeah. Let me pause this real quick. If you run this, and I say Avatar, animation 0601 2010, add to database. Oh, still got an error. Still getting error. Maybe it's not that.
You triple check all of those quotations.
Yeah. Status is in, comma, date released, single quote, comma. Yeah. Well, let me run it first, and let me list all. Okay, so that's working. And let me do the filter. Okay. So that all that works. So that means the connection is working. Maybe you're right. It's this SQL statement: title, genre, rating, date released, status.
Oh, you know what? I think we just have date, not date released in the previous ones.
On the database itself?
Well, in the for the where you had to do the filter.
No, it was date release.
On here it says just date.
Yeah, I think I called it date released. Where's the where's that data? Where's the date? Resources. Am I missing something?
Are you looking for data?
Oh, actually no, I stopped. Okay, hold on. Yeah, the program's still running. Data sources, right? Should be here now. Yeah, it was running.
Date release.
Yeah, date released, status. So I got the syntax correct. Values, got that, comma, X genre, X rating.
What about how the data is being input? You think that has anything to do with it?
No, because I already changed the
To text and
the date to text, X date released.
So you could type whatever?
Yeah.
But what if it doesn't fit on the data base?
It should fit because it is now a string. Hold on, maybe you got a good point there. Hold on, let's take a look. Yeah, because see how they're in here now, so they're here. So that comma and then that. Huh. Yeah, it should. Yeah, alright. Now, the thing though is, see this date release, sometimes they don't like these spaces. Like space in spaces between
Text.
yeah, on the actual fields. But I've done this before where there are spaces, so it shouldn't be an issue. So because so let me remove this date released here, alright? Let me remove that. And I'm going to remove this date release right there so that it's, let me start it. Avatar, genre is animation, rating is G, date released. See, it took that one without the date released. So let me do this. Let me change the name of the database of the field. Let me change that to just date release without a space, right? So I made a date released. Let me just do some undos here so that put back date released. Now without a space. Save, run, list all, still works. That still works. Now I'm gonna add this Top Gun. Right. Action. Rating G. 1/1/2000. Before that, right? 97? 87? Add to database. There you go. So we actually do a list all. It added it, so it doesn't like the space in your data field definition. That's kind of lame. All right. So also one thing that I discovered is in Visual Basic you can do string formatting if you want to have some type of spacing, standardized spacing. Remember we had problems here with the spacing here. So you can actually sort of define a some type of spacing. See, where's that thing? Let me pause. There we go. So I type this in, output that, and say 0. Let's start with the -12, just like what they did here. And these are curly brackets, all right. And then the next one, so 1, 8. And the next one. How many columns do we have?
6, including ID.
Okay, so we're about the same here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm just gonna copy what we have here. 2, comma, 12, 3. No, it says here 1 also. Yeah, I'm just gonna copy what he's got here. 1, comma, 8. 2, 12, and 3. 3. Comma. What's our ID, right?
ID, title, genre, rating, date, and then status.
Let's start this. Right, so that's a good start right there. Right? So the spacing is still not the greatest.
I think the number, because when you go back to the...
I'm missing a... so the title, I think we need more than this. I think we need like maybe 30.
I think does it depend on the number of characters?
Yeah. So let's do 30 for that. And I think I forgot to add a so the VB CRLF, right? Yes, it has to go to the next line. Let's start this. Okay, so that's better. The title, do that. What did I have? The title, genre, title? What is that?
They look like they're in a different order.
The recycled one, yeah, on the column. Is that referring to the place of
Oh,
application?
you know what? Yeah, you're right.
Like the order display?
The order of like ID is 0, title is 1, genres.
So do I just put this in consecutive numbers, you think?
Sequence, yeah.
I thought it would, yeah.
It's referring to, I guess, the items of the application. Or
0, 1, 2, 3.
That's why recycled title.
Let's run this. Okay.
It matches now.
So now we got to do the same thing on the on this output. So let's
Finish updating that.
let me just duplicate this. So just in case I mess up, I still have the original. So now I think we just got to do the same thing, right?
So,
Yeah, so we got to do the same thing. So let me copy this. And put it here. Instead of this, you say actually, these are 0. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 'Let's try that. See, it's what do you think? It's still
so wait, what did you, I don't see what you changed, was trying to fix mine.
yeah. All I did is I just copied all these things here, and here obviously it's inside the loop, all right. And I do have 2 of these. I don't need this one, right? Okay. So all I did is just replace these headers with the actual field values here indicated by the reader 010345, and looks like it's not aligning. How can you align it? I guess I'm still confused with the -12 thing. Maybe this is too high. Maybe, 16. It moved back a little bit.
But before, didn't it line up to like left alignment on the titles?
Oh, did it? On which number? When I had the
There was
No, never mind. I thought it was more aligned at the same.
yeah, when this was 8.
But they do seem more, it seems to have more of like a left alignment than the other way.
You know what? Hold on. 8.
Is that the number of spaces between the ID and the title? Or 8 spaces? So when you change that to 8 to 30,
Like the column first?
The number of spaces.
from like the number where it's ID1.
I think from here. You think from here?
That's what I was thinking up until where the FD ends. I thought that's what that was. I'm not sure where they plug it. Unless it's anything.
But then wouldn't it have had more of a like a left alignment except for when you get to the 10, 11, and then they went over one?
Hold on. Let
It's like freedom is true. I mean,
Yeah, it's I don't know how they establish, because here on the yeah, let me pause this recording because I don't wanna. The first it's the ID. Let's just make it all right aligned, left aligned. Okay, so negative left aligned.
Yeah.
So they all should be left aligned, right?
I mean, to me that would look nicer. But I don't know why you would do the first one and not all of them.
Because the other ones are right aligned. It makes sense on a tabular data, yeah.
Is that what the output reflected on the?
Yeah, let's take a look at this and what. See, it looks like this, but these are not. See, these are aligned. Now, if I make let me make this one. Let me stop this. If I make this 12, see what happens. See, it does that, and it centers it. I think it's center aligned, I think,
With the what?
with a positive. Well, what if it's plus? Is there a plus? Yeah. Doesn't do it. There's no such thing as okay. Let's do a minus here. -8, -8. Okay, let's try that. Still not. I'm still not convinced. All right, assignment. How does it work? How does the spacing work?
Okay, I think your console right line, I do see those, the brackets. 1, 8. 1, and the string, see the 8, the second number is the number of characters.
That's going to allocate for it.
Yeah.
So I thought on the title, 30. Let's do 30 there.
So it'll be
So when I do that, see, my thing though is how come these are not aligned though? Let's make this number 8.
What if you did negative 30? Will it align to the left?
Which one?
For like the title, if you did negative 30 and
Yeah, that's what I did.
it doesn't align it to the.
It aligned it. See, it's aligned to the left, but yeah, these are all aligned. Oh, because there are 2 numbers there.
So
See.
when it's like a double digit, it's going to be off by 1.
Yeah, so something like it moved it. Yeah. So now, how do we fix this? So genre. How much do I have with genre? Let's do a 16 there. Like 20. 20. Minus 20. Still not aligned. Yeah, let's do this assignment. Just do some research on this and how you can do alignment. It's really just well, we have to and we have to figure that out. On how you align things. All right, so let me save this and.
See, how come I see console dot right line? And then upper parentheses close the squiggly parentheses.
So maybe the text box is different if we put it on a text box. I doubt it, but it's possible. It's possible. All right. So one thing we haven't done is we have done select statement. We also have done the select given a condition. We also have done inserting new records. And what we need to do now is actually updating a record. So for example, we wanted to update a record. So let's go ahead and see here. So I'm gonna move this here like this, and let's add a so this add to database. Okay, so let's go ahead and what's that? Oh, well, I'm still on this different screen. All right, so let's go ahead and learn how we can update a record based on record ID. So how can I get the record? All right, so let's go ahead and and add a pull down menu, right? So let's add a what do you call this? What is a combo box? Combo box right here. Let's add a combo box. All right.
What are we gonna do?
Huh?
What are we gonna do?
We're gonna learn how to edit a record, how to update a record. So the way we do it is we're going to select a from a pick list using the record ID. So add a combo box control
Okay.
into your form. Let's just move this here a little bit, right here.
CMB. Wait, what did you do?
No, I'm actually experimenting, so it's don't ignore what I did. None for now. So go ahead and
Name it.
go to Other Windows, Data Sources, and click on the record ID and try and see if it's gonna let you point it there.
Yeah.
Did it let you? But I'm not sure if it actually under data bindings. Movies binding record ID.
No, just one. It doesn't drop more than that. Maybe I need to make it a drop down.
Yeah. I don't really want this here, so I don't know why. I think when I draw, right. So let me start this thing. Yeah, it didn't propagate it, so it didn't do anything. Even though I did data bindings here, it didn't actually recognize it. And the data source is not gonna. Let me try that. And that didn't work either. I know it's this one right here, the under data bindings, but I thought it's just that. Because if you point, yeah, it didn't. Value member, display member, data source.
What did you do to go point that there?
No, it did. No, it's not. Yeah, it still didn't. It didn't work. So, yeah, I went to data bindings, and like the selected value is record ID, but that didn't work either. What I was trying to do is to create a pick list based off of the record ID, but it's not doing it. So hold on, let me see if I can do a toolbox. Combo box right there. items. Yeah, well, for now, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and
Roll quits.
no. Let's go ahead and let's just generate this list here. We can generate that items.
But we're gonna generate it, but every time we add one, it's not gonna be new, it's not gonna update. Like, if we add a new one, it's not gonna go 14. Right?
Well, what we'll do is every time we click on it, we want to go to the database and recreate the list. So if we actually double click here, let me make sure I don't have any bindings here that I.
Oh man, I deleted it.
Okay, good. So just double click on it. Let's call this one CMB
Combo box.
record ID. CMB record ID. So let's double click on it. Double click on it. On selected index changed. So let's go ahead and let's just do a query. So let's go to let's copy this list all right here. Just double copy that and let's just do that. Let's do the go. Copy that code there.
Okay, well, can you show me that again?
Go to the go button. Double click on it, and then just copy the code inside it. We're just gonna pick and choose the codes that we need.
Okay.
So just copy all that. That's fine. So, and then double click the combo box and paste it in there.
Gotcha.
Right, and all we want is we're going to get the record ID. Select record ID. Is it record ID?
Yeah, it's record ID.
Yeah, with a space, right? Damn it.
Yeah, it's the record ID with a space, capital I, capital E.
Yeah, because the record ID with a space, that's not gonna work. Yeah, let me go to the database and change that. I'm going to design view and get rid of the space between record and ID. Yeah, that's the thing with SQL. Is those spaces makes a difference. And really, that's all we need.
So what are we going to change it? Just the name?
Yeah, select record ID from movies. That's all we want.
Wait, I thought you went to the database.
Yeah, I went to the database. I went to design view and changed the record ID. I got rid of the space between record and ID. And then close it. And so here in our combo box button, I changed the SQL statement so that it will just say select record ID from movies, because that's all we want.
What part was that? Oh, SQL statement.
Yeah, right there. Because all we want is to grab this record ID, and then we're gonna use whatever we get from it.
Record ID from movies.
Right? So then,
Third ID. Now, should the title on the left-hand side of data resources have changed once you already changed it?
which title?
You know how in data sources, it shows you the,
No, because that's established in the. But we're not using that.
okay, I
Yeah.
just wanna make sure that that
Yeah,
was not.
yeah, that's fine. You're talking about this, right?
Yes,
Yeah, we're not using this, but that's a good point. We're going directly to the database. When we do this OLE connection, we're not using the data set method. We're using the OLDB method. So we're going straight to the database.
Okay.
So, but that's a good point. Now, don't worry about this for now. So we all we want is record IDs, and that's still okay. Readers okay. The output. We don't really need this first line of output right here, because all we want is the accumulation. So the output is, and you will say,
you gonna make it green?
yeah, and then here, let's do that too there, and then you just say CMB record ID dot items dot add, and then reader 0, which is the output. Does that make sense?
No.
So all this does is it actually add items to our combo box. So if we run this, and if we go here, it doesn't work.
Yeah. Not only that, I got a built-in errors. Handles cross requires with events variable defined with containing type of data.
Huh, that's not.
Base of type.
Select record ID from movies. The connection worked. Because this not needed. This is also not needed right there. And we did not get any.
Should it have been CMD record ID underscore select index changed?
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what I had.
Are you recording?
Yes. Unfortunately, I'm recording the something that I cannot figure out.
Because I'm still looking into the formatting, and I think pad left might be able to.
Huh?
Pad left. Did you include that?
Oh, for the alignment?
Yeah.
No, I didn't put pad left. So we can pad spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much I think we can try that. See, I thought I got this right. It is supposed to be just like this, reader 0, because we only have one. Actually, let's not do a. Let's put it in the output. All right, let's put it in the output.
Okay, so we're gonna just erase it from there?
Yeah, and
Wait.
and then let's output it to the text box, and let's see what it is really doing something. All right.
Alright, output and reader 0. Should you list them first?
Yeah.
Didn't work. Output and equals reader 0 and reader 9.
Maybe we have to put this when the program loads. Hold on. Let me just try something real quick. Hold on. Copy. We double click the form. So okay, place it there. Ah,
How can be the same error? Something about handles clause requires with advanced variables values. I want to with base values.
yeah, there you go.
No squiggly line.
Yeah, okay, now, if, so that's loaded. Let me see if I do this. Okay, so I have, so it's I got a 1 through 15, right? So if I add a title, ABC, comedy, G, 1, 1, add, yeah, it's not refreshing it, because this is supposed to be 16 now, right? See, if we go to our database, see, I got 16 right there, but on the forum it's not changing. So every time I changed it, maybe selecting change is not. Maybe just I do an on click, you know. I think I just do a click. Let's do that on click. Cut. So run.
Put them in order?
No, it keeps generating it.
No.
Oh, you know what? It's because I think it's because of. Huh. Yeah, it keeps regenerating it. I got it to work, but it keeps on regenerating. That's weird. So look. So we have 1 and 2 now, right? We got 2 sets of 1 through 16. I click again. Now we got 3 sets. I click again. Now we got 4 sets. And it's because of the.
Very cool.
But that's not what we want, fortunately.
When you get a moment, can you help me with this error?
Sure. Let me pause this.